Good morning, everyone. Wow, Phil here, and welcome to the show. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. At least for now, I am here. For now. Yeah. We have a lot to talk about today, folks. Today is Thursday, the 27th of April, 2023. And welcome to episode 8 of the Level 1 podcast. Yeah, right. Excuse me. So, we need to talk, everyone, and we will. This is going to be, just to forewarn everyone, all right? This is going to be a pretty lengthy show. This is likely going to be cumulatively covering a lot of information, some of which I very briefly explained in a special emergency video I had to put out 2 days ago. Last video I put out before my day off yesterday. In the meantime, since I put out that video, a lot has happened, which I would like to update you on. Some of it is good, some of it not so good, but I need you to know what's happening. There's been a lot of discussion, there's been a lot of communication, there's been a lot of stuff. I mean, really. So we got to talk, all right? The majority of this show today will be me discussing the false copyright strike issues against DSPGaming, this channel, all right? So, just to forewarn you, if you're not interested in this topic, you're probably in the wrong place. But considering that this channel is currently in jeopardy of being shut down due to crimes being committed against me and my business, we need to talk about it so you guys know exactly what's happening and what to do if it escalates even further than it already has. Okay? By the way, today's main gameplay stream, again, if it happens, because right now, we're like riding on a wing and a prayer. And what I mean by that is, like, at any moment, this channel could be suspended for stuff that I didn't do. So, just to forewarn you, if you're watching this live and all of a sudden it says, this channel's unavailable, you know what happened. Another false copyright strike has come in and hit this channel. If you're watching this on demand, and abruptly I say, sorry guys, something's going wrong, you know what's going on. Okay? I'm hoping that nothing else happens. I honestly hope that we're in a situation where I did nip this in the butt, or nip it in the bud, or whatever the hell the saying is, before it escalated to the point where this channel is now going to be massively, permanently, long-term affected. I need to tell you the whole story because I really didn't get the full opportunity to explain the whole story the other night. I was just trying to make a quick video to explain, and even the quick video was like 17, 18 minutes long. All right? So I'm going to tell you the full story today on the show. But you may notice there's literally no other podcast of the Level 1 podcast besides the first 7 episodes available on YouTube. Actually, it might even only be the first 6. I'm not exactly sure. And you might say, well, what happened? Where are they all? I had to delete them all. This podcast has been running since the fall of 2021. And around the middle of last year, it was like July of 2022, I rebranded it. It used to be called the Pre-Stream Podcast, and I rebranded it to call it the Level 1 Podcast. At that time, a fan of mine who had previously paid a former comedian named Andy Dick, who since then has fallen from grace and is not very reputable anymore, he had paid him to do a cameo referencing my name, okay? Now, this cameo call had been available on YouTube for many years, and people have laughed at it because Andy Dick was a complete mess doing it, calling me Darksea Defil and all kinds of weird stuff instead of just reading it normally. So people think it's hilariously funny, and finally this person, realizing here's an opportunity for them to actually, you know, kind of jump in and help out, made a whole intro for the podcast, I should say, to the beat of the song My Name Is from Eminem, where it says My Name Is Darksea Defil or Darkside Phil, with my green screen footage from many years ago superimposed over it, okay? It does not use the song from Eminem at all. It utilizes an instrumental beat that is not even sampled from the real song. It's a sound alike, purposely transformed enough so it cannot be claimed because it's not from the real song, right? This would be like if someone listened to the song Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit, and then a garage band played a cover of the background music of it that's slightly changed on purpose to not sound like the song, but then someone says, you just played the song, we're suing you. Like, what? No, you can't do that. That's not legal. If anything, even if you wanted to argue that, the song was used, it has to go to a court of law. It can't just be slammed with copyright strikes and takedowns, as is what's happening to my channel right now, okay? So, in reality here, this is ridiculous. The whole situation is so dumb. But I'm going to tell you the whole situation in a second. So basically, I've been using this intro to my podcast since July of last year. So just do the math. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. That was, wait a minute. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 10 months. I didn't even realize. 10 months. I've been using this introduction, basically, without any issue, because it's fine to use. It's fair use. And that's a lot of podcasts. If you do the math, that's 6 days a week for how many weeks? Okay? Each podcast is views to this channel and likes to this channel. And then on top of that, there's the archives, because as you guys know, I archive all of my stuff as well as the streams. So you're talking podcasts, streams, all this content, right? And now it's all at risk because, as you know, basically my trolls are very upset because something is happening on YouTube that I have nothing to do with. False strikes are being issued against my trolls for my content, and I'm not doing it. I don't want anyone doing it. I've outright stated publicly, do not issue copyright strikes against my trolls or detractors. I don't want that. I don't want anyone abusing YouTube's system. You may think you're a white knight or whatever. You're not. I'm not asking you to do that, and I don't wish it, and I want people to stop because it's riling people up in the wrong way. If I've never done it in my entire 15 years on YouTube, if I didn't actively seek out these legal means to stop these people who basically defame me every day, why should someone else do it? I should be the one. If I want that, I'll do it myself, and I'll seek legal help to do it. I'm not just going to start abusing YouTube's copyright system. It's absolutely ridiculous. So I don't want this happening, but someone is doing this. Someone is mass impersonating me and taking down detractor channels, right? And because this is happening, the detractors are upset with me. And I've told them outright, I'm not doing it. I've contacted YouTube. I've publicly posted up my conversations with YouTube about this, and YouTube will not help, okay? They don't care. It's their impression that, oh well, too bad. If they have an issue, have them seek legal counsel and then contact us via that. It's not on your part to fix this issue. In fact, YouTube won't even acknowledge that the issue is real. They're basically just telling me that it's not. It couldn't really be happening. Yes, it could. Anyway, so because I'm getting mass impersonated with fake copyright strikes against my detractors, someone took it upon themselves to abuse YouTube's copyright system and hit this channel with these false strikes, claiming that the introductions to my podcast are using the Eminem song My Name Is. They are not. They never have been. It's not that work at all that's being used in those podcast intros, okay? So here's what happened, because I want to give you the full story of how this all went down, all right? So I basically was streaming the other night, and what was I streaming? Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, the Shivering Isles DLC. We started up. It was really, really interesting. And as soon as I finished streaming, I went over to my computer to shut down the stream and then to start uploading. And, I go to my dashboard. And what happens is when you get a copyright strike, a giant pop-up hits you in the face, basically, and says, you have to look at this first before you can do anything else on YouTube. So I get hit in the face by a pop-up that says, you have received a copyright strike. And I'm like, oh, that's not good, obviously. What the hell is this? And it's this bullshit claim, claiming that I'm using an Eminem song in the intro to my podcast, which I'm not. It claims that there's a company claiming the song, even though that company doesn't own the legal rights to the song. I looked into it. And Eminem's My Name is currently licensed or owned by Universal Music Group, UMG. The company claiming it supposedly is not UMG, meaning it's a false claim outright. Like right from the get-go, it's fake because it's not the right company, okay? So I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, this is not good. So immediately I think I'm going to respond to this with a counter notice. I know it's fake. So let's hit it with a counter notice. That at least will get a legal process going. Now here's how it works on YouTube, because this whole copyright system is very, very stupidly convoluted and in my opinion is not sufficient. Someone has to hit you with a copyright strike. In order to do that, all they have to do essentially is provide some contact information that's correct. It doesn't even have to be a valid claim. They just have to hit you with valid contact information. I know because this has happened to me before. I've had people hit me with copyright strikes claiming they worked for Rockstar Games, and they didn't. I had people hit me with copyright strikes claiming they worked for Ubisoft, and they didn't. It was just made up. Okay? So this has happened to me before, and I've had to get it cleared up. So, in this case, someone impersonating a music company, which they don't work for, so they're just making the shit up, but they have generalized information, and they spoof the music company, and they hit me with this false copyright claim. So, if you get hit with a copyright claim on YouTube, you have the ability to do what's called a counter notice. What a counter notice is you're going back to that company stating one of two things. Either you feel the claim is completely invalid, or you feel that you have the right to use the content that's being claimed anyway, and here's your legal defense. In this case, it's kind of bold. Number one, the song in question isn't being used. Number two, the company that's claiming me isn't the company that owns the rights to the song. Okay? And number three, I would have had a legal right to use it anyway because it's a transformative work. So it's all baloney. The whole thing is fake. So I basically hit it with a counter notice explaining all of this. Okay? I issue the counter notice. As I'm issuing the counter notice to the first strike, okay, a second strike hits the channel. So that's a completely separate strike now for the same song. That's bullshit. I've seen YouTube strikes before. For example, last year I was hit with false copyright strikes from a troll who was trying to basically do what's called what do they call it? It's a bait situation. Oh, here's a piece of content that I made for you to use in your stream. Thanks. Okay. So I use it, then months later, I'm going to strike it down because you didn't have permission. Well, yes, I did. Okay, I have it in writing that you gave me permission. So what happened is that person tried to hit me with like 20 strikes, but they all grouped into two. What YouTube is supposed to do, which they don't always do, and this is the problem with YouTube, is they don't consistently even follow their own rules. If you get strikes for the same piece of content, you're supposed to get one strike for that content. So if someone is striking you for a song, for a piece of, anything, whatever it is, you're only supposed to get one strike per piece of content. YouTube hit me with two. And I'm like, that's not even right. Like, the way they did it is wrong. I know because I've gotten this before. Each piece, like, it should be 10 claims, one strike. Okay? Not two claims, 2 strikes for the same piece of content. It doesn't even make sense. So I'm like, well, this is horrible because I can tell you exactly what's happening. Okay? This person who is lying and impersonating a music company basically issued like 100 single strikes. And they're hoping they're all going to hit my channel and shut it down. Here's how YouTube works. If you get a copyright strike, nothing really happens. If you get 2 copyright strikes, still nothing really happens. And I know this sounds weird because people seem to be under this impression that if you get copyright strikes against your channel, you can't upload and you can't stream. I thought that too. But last year, I had false strikes against this channel, again, from that troll, and nothing happened. I was still able to stream, and I was still able to upload, no problem. So I guess YouTube, either this was a rule everyone thought existed and never did, or YouTube changed the system. I don't know if and when, but they did. Because last year, the same thing happened in the summer, and I was able to keep making content, okay? So the same thing happened where it looks like I could still keep making content. I could still upload because I was able to upload my Oblivion videos. I was able to do all that, no problem. It allowed me to keep doing it. So even though I had 2 strikes against the channel, I was still able to upload and do all my normal business, okay? But if you get a 3rd strike, what YouTube then does is they suspend the channel, okay? What that means is your channel disappears, all the content disappears. You now have to go through a legal process to get some of these strikes cleared up, and once they do, your channel will come back. All right? So that sucks, because imagine if DSP Gaming just disappeared for a couple of weeks, and there's nothing I could do about it besides go through a legal process, which takes time. It's not an overnight system. It's weeks. So obviously, that's not what I want to happen. So I'm sitting there, and I see strike 1 already hit. I do a counter notice. As I'm doing the counter notice for strike 1, strike 2 hits. And I said, all right, so here's the deal. This is going to hit again. I mean, this person, whoever this is, doing this, has issued a bunch of individual strikes and essentially is trying to destroy my business. Okay? So what I did is I had to take extreme action. Now, you might say, well, why didn't you private all of your podcasts and streams and everything that ever used that intro? Well, I could, except there's a problem with that. When you private a video, it just means the public can't see it. But if there's already a copyright strike in the pipeline, it will still apply to your channel. I know this for a fact because in 2015, one of the first times I was ever really negatively affected by this issue, I had all my videos privated that I thought would be affected, and I still got a second copyright strike for it. So, privating does nothing. It doesn't help. It's already issued. You're screwed. Okay? The only thing you can do is delete your content. Now, I just want you to think about this. I've been doing this podcast daily since fall of 2021, and I started using that intro in July. I had to go through July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 10 months of podcasts and 10 months of archived broadcasts. And I had to delete content from my channel, deleting views, deleting likes. This is all content that counted towards DSP Gaming, that boosted this channel up and showed that there was engagement and viewership on this channel, and I was forced to delete it because it was my only short-term protection against getting a third additional strike on the channel, which would have suspended it. You see, there was literally nothing else that I could do. That's terrible, but that's the only way. How do I know that that works? Because, again, I've done it before in 2015. This same similar issue happened in 2015, and that's what YouTube told me to do. They said the only defense is to delete the content on your channel that you think you're going to get a strike against. And that's what I did. So I went into panic mode, and I deleted hundreds of videos. Each video having around 1,000 or more views. Archived streams having thousands of views. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? So, it's nuts. It's absolutely nuts that this happened, and I'm just like, it really upsets me. Let's just put it that way. It really upsets me, all right? This is work that I've done for the last year. These are shows that I built up. These are topics that people like to hear, right? This is not just me bullshitting every day. This is a lot of meaningful discussion that I have with my audience, Q&A. These are shows that likely over time would have gotten views, residual views, in the background. And now this is 10 months of my life deleted that I shouldn't have to delete. I did nothing wrong. I'm not using the song that's getting copyright strikes against it. It's completely false. And I have to delete 10 months of work because of a fucking troll. It's bullshit, okay? And I'm tired of it. I really am. But it seems like YouTube just doesn't care. They don't. They just really don't seem to want any effort into anything. Everything has to be automated. Too bad. If you get hurt by false things, who cares if it hurts you and your business and your life? We don't care, right? We're a giant billion-dollar company. We don't give two shits about you or anybody else. It's disgusting is what it is, in my opinion. It's morally wrong. It's ethically wrong. It's legally wrong. When you're throwing around false DMCA claims, you're breaking the DMCA law. It's nonsense, okay? These need to be vetted. They absolutely need to. And by the way, I know for a fact that there are cases where YouTube does vet claims. I know it. I have it in writing. Let's put it that way. Anyway, so I had to delete all this content off my channel. So what is that going to do? I'll tell you what that's going to do. It deletes tons of views off my channel. It's going to make this channel once again be negatively affected. How? this channel will not show up in YouTube search algorithm now. Because I deleted a bunch of content. This hurts a channel. When you have a bunch of content removed from a channel, YouTube's algorithm says, oh, there's something wrong with that channel. That channel had stuff forcefully removed, and therefore, obviously, there's a problem, so don't show in search results anymore. This is what happened to my channel in 2015. Exactly the same situation. And there's nothing I could do to fix it. It took years of me uploading to this channel to get it back into the YouTube algorithm. And now I'm screwed again. And there's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is say, well, tough it out. Okay, that's it. That's literally it. Some people are like, well, why didn't you edit out the intros to the videos? Are you insane? Do you think that YouTube allows you to mass edit videos? No, they do not. YouTube does not allow that whatsoever. Okay? I would have had to individually edit every video and edit the intro out. Each video would have taken about an hour. So let's do the math. 6 shows a week times what? It's a 10 months, so what, 40 weeks? So let's see. 6 hours times 40. So if I spent, 240 some hours plus editing videos, maybe oh, by the way, the channel's already down because already all the strikes have hit. You see? So it's not possible. It's not, for someone like me who's as, what's the word? Someone who makes as much content as I do. It's not possible to do stuff like that. If I was a giant YouTuber who employed a team of people who could have went in to handle it, if I had a high up contact at YouTube because I'm a giant YouTuber with millions of subs and makes tons of money on YouTube, maybe I would have had some defense against this. I have none. I don't. All right? I'm small potatoes. No one gives two shits about me at YouTube. They never did, to be honest. Even when I was a big partner at Machinima, YouTube said, delete your videos. They didn't care. They said, the process is the process. You can't go around the process. Once the process is in effect, there's no stopping it. Delete your videos. So that's what I did. Again. Okay? So, the good news is, after deleting the videos, alright, no additional strikes have hit for now. Alright? And I've put in 2 counter notifications against the 2 videos in question that were, hit with copyright strikes. And now here's what happens. Here's the legal process that needs to take place. There's 10 business days that need to pass, okay? Within those 10 business days, this company that supposedly, which is not real, I'm telling you, they're fake strikes, the company, this music company, would have to go to court and issue court orders to say that they're going to sue me for the use of this song in my videos. They're actually going to spend thousands of dollars to go to court and sue me for using a song that's not even in the videos in question. So I want to think about how ridiculous that would be if a company thought to do that when the song is not even there, right? Like, it wouldn't even make any sense. So, it doesn't make, it's stupid. And it's not going to happen because the claims aren't real. Like I said, it's not even the correct music company supposedly issuing the claims. It's just bullshit. So, basically, there's nothing I can really do about it besides sit around and wait 10 business days. All right? When 10 business days have passed from me issuing the counter notifications, okay, these copyright strikes will be removed from the channel and we'll be back to normalcy around here. But in the meantime, if any other false strikes hit this channel for any reason, the channel will likely be suspended. And I really don't have any means to fix the process or fix that. I've already talked to YouTube because now I'm going to tell you the next steps that I took, okay? This channel will be suspended and gone. And there's nothing I can do until these counter notifications hit 10 business days, all right? And then the channel will come back, all right? So, in the meantime, everything is in limbo. I'm going to continue making content on this channel, and hopefully nothing happens. But if something happens, we have a backup plan. I'm going to explain that plan to you because I had a nearly 1-hour discussion with YouTube about this, and I'm going to tell you everything that they said, okay? So, continuing the story. After the false strikes hit and I issued the counter notifications, all right, I went to talk to YouTube about this. The first thing I did is I wrote a very lengthy email to YouTube's legal department, legal at whatever, YouTube.com. They have a legal email address. And I explained to them two things. I said, number one, someone is issuing mass false copyright strikes in my name. This is a massive legal issue for you because someone is abusing your system and I'm trying to notify you via the chat that it's happening and you're ignoring me. I want some action taken on this. Please contact me. Then I explained I was hit with false copyright strikes as a result of it, and that's a retaliatory action because YouTube did not handle it properly. So I sent an email off to their legal department, okay? Then I went to YouTube chat again. Now, we already know YouTube chat is worthless, but I said, what the hell? I might as well do it again. It's the only other recourse I have. There's no other means to contact YouTube besides this chat. So I went to YouTube chat yet again. And I sat there talking to them. And by the way, once again, I documented the entire conversation. I saved the whole thing. I talked to them about 3 different issues. Issue number 1, the mass impersonation that I'm having here of people issuing strikes in my name. After talking to them about this for about 25 minutes and finally getting the person on the other end to understand what I was saying, all right, here's what they finally said. Are you ready for this? It's not your problem because you're not doing it. It's the problem of the people who are being hit with the false strikes. They either need to use the counter notification system to get the strikes removed, just like everybody else, or they need to get a lawyer and have the lawyer contact us, and then we will talk about it further. That's exactly what I was told by YouTube help chat, support chat, is there's nothing I can do whatsoever because I'm not involved in it. Don't get involved in it. Do not even, there's nothing I can do at all. The people who are getting the false strikes need to use counter notifications or actually have a lawyer contact YouTube on their behalf. That's what I was told. All right? And I even said to them, I said, so to make this clear, you're saying you want someone to sue you. And the person responded, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying have a lawyer contact us. That doesn't mean sue. That just means have a legal representative contact us. And I was like, so I want you to think about this. Essentially what YouTube is saying is, unless you're rich, you have absolutely no defense against crimes on YouTube. Because the only people who can afford to get a lawyer are rich people. If you're not aware, because we'll talk about this, because by the way, I am seeking legal representation, and I have already spoken with 2 different lawyers, just so you know, okay? And I'm going to tell you what happened as a result of that. Lawyers are incredibly expensive. Do you want to know the running rate of a standard lawyer? About $300 an hour. That's not an exaggeration. An average lawyer, just to talk with you, they will charge you $300 an hour for their time. So unless you're rich, you can't actually protect yourself, which is bullshit, right? So that's what YouTube is under the impression. If you are rolling in dough, have a lawyer talk to us and maybe we'll discuss how broken our systems are and help you. But if you're not rich, we don't care. That's what they told. Essentially, that's what they're saying in YouTube chat support. Get a lawyer or we won't help you, okay? So that was number 1. That's the first answer. The second thing I asked YouTube chat about was, hey, so since this is going on and I got these false strikes against me, and I even explained to them, I said, listen, if you look at the strikes, you can see that there's a music company that doesn't own the rights to the song that are claiming or hitting my video with the copyright claims or copyright strikes. In addition, my videos don't even have the song in them. It's a different song. So not only is the company incorrect, it's obviously a false impersonation, but also the content is not even in the video. So how can you tell me this is a valid complaint? And they said, well, of course, the YouTube chat support person doesn't do that. They said, we don't handle the complaint here. We have a copyright department. What you need to do is issue counter notices. And it's up to our copyright department to determine if the claim is valid or not. And if they outright can tell it's fake, they'll just get rid of it. But if they can't tell, if there's, what do they say? If you can't prove within a shadow of a doubt that it's fake, then they're just going to pretend like it's real because they don't want to deal with a legal issue. So they'll just pretend like the claim is real. Even if there's mostly evidence saying it's fake, they don't care. They want to protect their own butts. Okay? So, basically, Get a lawyer. I'm not shitting you. That's what I was told. Well, even if you know that this claim is fake and you have actual evidence, corroborating evidence to prove that this claim is fake, get a lawyer. Have the lawyer contact us. That's what I was told. I'm like, okay. And I told him, I said, you realize this is in writing, correct? Like, this conversation, I'm saving it. This is not, you're talking to me, I'm going to delete this. There's no evidence. I'm documenting our conversation in there. Yeah, all right. This is legal now. It's legally been said. Okay, this is what they want me to do. All right. So there you go. Now, this is so ridiculous. Okay? The third thing I talked to them about was what happens if DSPGaming gets falsely shut down. Let's say a third strike hits. I said, I have deleted all this stuff, so I should not get hit with a third strike, okay? But what if a third strike hits the channel for something else, and the channel now gets suspended, all right? So here's how it works, supposedly. If your channel gets 3 copyright strikes against it, and you have taken no recourse, like no defense against it, your channel shut down, and it will stay shut down forever unless you get the strikes removed somehow, okay? 3 strikes, you're out, essentially, all right? Now, excuse me. I have counter notices in, and the counter notices were accepted and forwarded to the false claimant, all right? So I already have 2 legal processes in place to protect the channel. If a third strike hits, the channel will not be deleted. The channel will essentially just be suspended, which means once those counter notices clear in, they say it's 10 business days, for when I did it, which would have been 2 days. Well, I guess yesterday would have been the first business day, right? So you figure 2 weeks from yesterday, I guess. Then the channel will come back. Okay? So there you go. So it sucks. The channel would be gone for 2 weeks, but it would come back in 2 weeks. Now, I directly asked this YouTube chat representative, who's supposed to be your direct line to YouTube, on what to do in these situations. I explained to them, I said, I have other YouTube channels. 2 other ones. They're not really related to DSPGaming. One is like a reacting channel, and another one is a channel that I used to use years ago, and I haven't used. I said, could I use those channels in the meantime? Could I upload content? Could I live stream? And this person, in writing, stated to me, yes, you can. Yes, those channels will not be affected by the copyright status of DSPGaming. That's what I was told. Now, I don't know if this person is correct or not, but that's what I was told in writing. Okay, I have it in writing. So, I'm to understand that, again, if we're in a situation where this channel gets suspended erroneously, I can still use my other channels to make content, okay? Fair enough, I hope. I hope they're not lying to me. Why would they lie, right? I mean, that'd be pretty stupid. I have it in writing. Legally, I can prove I did nothing wrong if I go to my other channels and they're like, oh, that's wrong. You can't use your other channels if you have copyright strikes against your other channel. And then they hit me with more stuff, like more suspensions or bans. I'd be like, what are you talking about? I have it in writing right here that it says I could have done it. Here it is. So, to my knowledge, if this channel gets suspended, I should be able to still do React content, and we would go over temporarily to KO Gaming and try to do daily live streams over there. And maybe upload the videos there too. I don't know. I don't know if anyone would even watch the gameplay videos if I uploaded them to KO Gaming. I really don't know. I don't know what would happen. I would hope people would move over there and watch the gameplay in the meantime, because I don't want to stop making content for you guys because I'm hit with false copyright strikes. That would be preposterous, right? So, that's what I was told. Now, I have this whole conversation documented. So, question number 1, how do I stop people from impersonating me and hitting everyone with false strikes on YouTube? Answer, you don't. You're not involved. The people getting hit with the false strikes need to either hit counter notifications or talk to a lawyer, have a lawyer contact us. You have nothing you can do. That was answer number 1. Question number 2, what about these false strikes I'm getting on my channel? All you can do is issue counter notifications. If you want anything further, have a lawyer contact us. That's what I was told. Question number 3, if this channel gets suspended for these false copyright claims, can I still use my other channels to make content? And the answer was, yes, you can. Do so. So I have it all in writing. I saved this whole conversation. All right? Then I reached out to a couple of lawyers, which I'm going to talk about in a moment here. Okay? So you guys know what's going on with that. Because I do have some information, some updates for you here. All right? In regards to that. Anyway, worst case scenario, if this channel gets suspended and it's gone, all right, and I go over to my other channels and I try to make content there, and those channels get suspended, which shouldn't happen. I've been told by YouTube it won't. I've been given the go-ahead by YouTube to use the other channels. But if it happens because they don't know what they're talking about, then I'm going to have to temporarily go over to my old Twitch TV channel, which is twitch.tv/DarksidePhil, and probably do a couple streams there, a few streams there, just to make content. You know, it's my job. I can't not work. And then what we're going to have to do is try to figure out some kind of a solution. And the answer is not to stay on Twitch. I can tell you that right now. Twitch's limitations of what bitrate you can stream at, and Twitch's insanely bad moderation. You know, the reason I left Twitch is because I was sitting on a stream and they claimed that I said something racial that I never said. And then I showed them I didn't, and then they unsuspended my channel, but they suspended it for no reason. There was no evidence I did anything wrong. It's very idiotic the way that company is run. All right, and I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to be on a business where at any moment someone's going to claim I did something, I didn't do it, and they just, oh, let's just suspend you now. Well, no, I'm not dealing with you. Okay? So, basically, I don't want to go there. It would just be temporary. All right? It wouldn't be permanent. It would be a temporary thing. And then what I would probably do is try another business. Some people are telling me there's a new place called Kick or something. I've never heard of it. But people are like, yeah, it's a new streaming website. A lot of content creators are giving it a shot. Would I try it? I probably would. I would probably try it and see what it's like. Thing is, I don't know how it works. I don't know how easily I could even stream there. I don't know if OBS can even stream to it easily. You know what I mean? I don't know how that works. If it even can. I don't know how OBS works. And also, I don't know about their limitations. I don't know what's going to happen because, you know, what's their bitrate? Do they limit your bitrate when you stream over there? Or can you just stream as high as you want? Obviously, I'm streaming at 12,000 kilobits on YouTube now. I love this quality I'm streaming at. I want to keep at it. I don't want to have to nerf. If I go to Twitch, I immediately have to have my quality. I'm not even kidding you. Right now, this stream is 12,000 kilobits per second. If I go to Twitch, I have to stream at 6,500 kilobits. That's not even good enough for smooth 60 frames per second in 720p quality. It's not even good enough for that, and that's what they're limiting you to do over there. It's preposterous how behind the times Twitch is, okay? So, I would hope Kick will allow me to stream at a higher bitrate if I have to go over there. Now, the thing is, I don't want to go over there. I've been on YouTube for 15 years. I have built a community. I have built a business, right? My whole history is here. You know what I'm saying? And can you imagine if 15 years of my history is deleted off of YouTube because of crimes being committed against me? What I will tell you is this. If this channel does get suspended and doesn't come back for some reason, I will sue whoever I need to sue to get it back. I will 1,000,000% raise my hand right here and tell you, I swear to you, I will not allow 15 years of my life be erased off the internet because a company doesn't want to abide by the law, because a person does not want to abide by the law. I know I have done nothing wrong. I swear to you, I will not allow 15 years of work to go down the drain because these companies basically are not responsible legally. I refuse. Okay? So, rest assured, there may be issues, there may be road bumps, there may be problems, but this channel will not go away permanently. It will come back at some point. All right? I will commit that to you, and it doesn't even matter if it takes years of legal battles. I don't care. I will not allow DSPGaming to be erased. All right? So I'm just making that clear to you all right now. Fair enough? So you don't have to worry. It may be a horrible, horrible situation to get through, but I'm not going to be deleted for doing nothing wrong. All right? So, anyway. Here's the plan. I'm going to keep streaming on DSPGaming and do normal content. I'm still going to be doing content for my sister channel, DSP React, as if nothing is wrong. I mean, yeah, things are wrong. At any moment, this channel could be suspended. Not deleted, but suspended. Because I already have those 2 counter notifications in the pipeline. Those are going to clear within 2 weeks' time, and therefore then the channel will be fine again. But I am absolutely in jeopardy of being suspended, and it's bullshit, and it shouldn't be that situation, but it is. All right? So, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and continue as usual. All right? And there's, if anything goes wrong and we have to go to Twitch temporarily, I will. And if that, once we go there, if that's not working out, or if I feel like I want to try this Kick, we'll try Kick. And again, to upload videos, obviously, if I'm making new playthroughs, I want to upload the videos. I don't want to have this on hold. So if that means that I have to go to another website, such as whoever this other one is, Rumble or something, don't even know. But if I have to go there temporarily, right, I will do that. All right? So it's that simple. All right? That's what we're doing. We're not going to stop. I will tell you this again. I just told you one thing. I said I will not let DSP Gaming die permanently, and that is the truth. No matter what, this channel will come back at some point. And number 2, I will make another promise to you. I'm not going to stop making content. All right? My content is meaningful, positive, fun, and so many people tell me on a daily basis they're so grateful that I still am here after all the trials and tribulations that I have been through and all the bullshit that people have put me through over these years. People respect me for still sticking with it. People look up to me for sticking through these tough times. And a lot of people have even told me that they see me as an inspiration. Now, do you want to know the truth? I don't think any of that should be. I don't believe that at all. I don't think I'm anyone special or different than anybody else. I've always told you guys I see myself as a Joe average guy just having fun on the internet, making content with you guys on a daily basis, period. I've never seen myself as anyone to look up to. But apparently it's the truth because I get these messages all the time from people saying, please keep making content. Your content is meaningful. When I come to your channel and I unwind from a day away and I get to hear your unbiased opinions, your truthfulness, you're not just saying something because it's a paid advertisement or a shtick or an ad. You're not doing something just because you're getting paid for it. You're doing it because you have a passion for it, right? I very well could have been a much bigger content creator. I was a bigger content creator, but because I didn't become the kiss ass that a lot of other content creators did, the PG golden boy promoting content and shilling shit, that's why I'm the guy who's the whipping boy of the internet. Very truthfully, that's the reason. Because I could have been a big guy with big protection from everyone around, and I always said, no, I'm not that person, all right? And I think a lot of people respect that and understand that. That's why I still have the viewer base I do 15 years later. Despite the fact that there's so many people on the internet that just want to be toxic and negative, there's people who love who I am and what I do. And I really appreciate that you guys allow me to make a living doing what I do. I really, really, really appreciate that, okay? So, thank you. Thank you for that support. That's why I'm not ever going to give up. I'm not going to let the malicious actions of someone committing crimes against me when I've done nothing wrong deter me from doing what I love or deter me from making meaningful content that helps others. You understand? If anything, when people like this do shit to me like this just motivates me to come back stronger. I want you to understand that. This is exactly where my old moniker used to come from. When people crap on me and tell me, you're no good, you're this, you can't do that, you can't do this, that motivates me to redouble my efforts and do better. Do you understand? I am more motivated now than ever to keep making content and keep being successful. Even if it means that I'm successful at a very small level to a couple thousand people, which is really what it is. I probably have an active fan base of 10,000 viewers or less across the globe. But you know what? Those are people who like what I do. They like that I cater the content to them, and they support it. That's enough for me. I have no aspirations of being a giant, successful content creator. I don't. I never had those aspirations. That when I started in 2008, it was a joke. It wasn't supposed to be something that was going to be a job. When I started in 2010, doing it as a job in early 2011 when I got partnered with Machinima, it was just supposed to be me messing around playing games. I never thought people would tell me how meaningful this was. You know what I'm saying? I never understood that. And to some extent, I was kind of irresponsible back then with the things I said and did because I didn't realize the power that I wielded and how important what I did. What was I going to say? What I did for all those people. I didn't understand that, right? I just didn't understand that at all. So basically, the way I see it is business as usual. There was a point in my life where if something like this happened, I would have freaked out, all right? I would have completely, started ripping my hair out of my head and raging. You would have seen me here screaming my head off. So angry, so upset, right? And I would have been using a million expletives and I would have been going nuts. But the thing is, I've been doing this for 15 years. Been there, done that, all right? I've been through this before, and likely I'll be through it again. I said it last year when this happened. It just sucks that in this case, I was forced to delete a ridiculous amount of content. I had to delete 10 months of podcasts and archive streams because of this stupid use of a song that I wasn't even using. All right? It's quite ridiculous. And, excuse me, I'm not happy about it, but I'm also not going to say, well, I'm going to be defeated by it. You understand? So that's my attitude. So if this channel does get suspended, go to my other channels, DSP Reacts or KO Gaming or both. If those channels get suspended, all right, check me out on Twitter at They Call Me DSP. I'm going to tell you where to go, and likely it's going to be my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/DarksidePhil for some temporary streams. And then we will likely head over to other places, whether it be Kick or Rumble or whatever it is, until I can get my YouTube channels back, because they're going to come back. These channels are not going to be permanently removed or deleted for false copyright strikes. I absolutely refuse. If their legal process works, then it should take 2 weeks. If the legal process doesn't work, then I might have to sue someone. I don't want to, but if I have to, I will, and the channel is going to come back eventually. So, never fear. However, it does suck that we're basically might have to bounce around. I don't want to bounce around. I want to be here where I've built a community for 15 years, and I want to continue to be here. Okay? Now, in the meantime, I have spoken with multiple lawyers. Okay? I have. And basically, I can confirm with you that YouTube does have a behind-the-scenes process for which they protect big content creators from this issue. Because you might say, wait a minute, Phil, you're small potatoes, right? You're no one. You're affected by this. Are you going to tell me that these big content creators out there who definitely have their haters and definitely have their issues or whatever, right? You're going to tell me that they don't have the same issue? How do they not have their channels get hit with false copyright strikes and get taken down? The answer is because if you're big on YouTube and you make YouTube a lot of money, and likely you have money for a lawyer to pay them $300+ an hour, all right, you get extra protections. It's not fair, but it's true. It's bullshit in my opinion. That happen. How is that fair and equal treatment? That because someone is big on YouTube and rich, they get protections, but not the other person. So one person gets protected from crimes, but not the other. Can you explain to me how in a court of law that could be justified? One person, you're just, sorry, unprotected, just get hit by crimes constantly. Sorry, nothing we can do. Oh, big person who's rich? Okay, we'll help you. Wait, huh? I'm pretty sure in a court of law that's not going to fly. I'm pretty sure legally any business should be giving the same level of attention to crime to any person that it affects. Okay? But the point I'm making here is that's why the big ass YouTubers out there who have millions of subs, who get millions of views on every video, who are rolling in money and who make money big time on YouTube, don't get copyright strikes against them for bullshit like this, because those people are protected. They have another air of protection and scrutiny, where as fake strikes come in, people actually look at them and review them to see if they're legit or not, rather than just hitting them and saying, oh, now you clean up the mess. Okay? So, it's bullshit. It's not fair, but that's how the system is working right now. I would like to see that system change. I would absolutely positively, in the long term, like to see this whole copyright system change on YouTube, because it's just not fair to the normal person. So the normal person can never actually try to use YouTube to make a living, because at any point someone can commit crimes against them and they have no recourse. But if I'm rich, I'm okay. How does that make sense? So essentially, the whole idea of YouTube doesn't exist. You broadcasting yourself as a channel on the internet and showing your talent doesn't exist. You have to be a company going into it with a legal team to actually do it and not get malicious activities against you. It's bullshit. I mean, it's right there in the documented chat I had with YouTube. They said it twice. Get a lawyer. Have a legal representative contact us. But the legal representative is $300 an hour. So just to have them contact you, probably I'm going to owe them $1,000. What are you talking about? How is that fair? I'm supposed to be rich. Anyway, this sucks that it's happening. It is what it is. I am going to seek some legal representation. All right? You know, the problem is I'm not made of money. And, you know, I just went through a bankruptcy 3 years ago. So I don't have good credit. It's not like I can go out there and be like, yeah, I have all this money and credit that I can put against it to pay for it. I don't. All right? So we'll see what happens. Okay? And go from there. I don't, you know, again, I don't know what's going to happen, if anything. I don't know if anything will happen. It might just, you know, fall on its face and have no positive outcome from it. But at this point, since I'm in a situation where, where this is happening to me regularly. It happened last year. It's happening now. And I have someone apparently mass impersonating me, and YouTube won't even take care of it. I think this is something I have to do. And I very much likely might have to seek help for it on the internet and do like a legal fund and say, hey guys, I'm sorry, but I need help to do this. I can't afford it. You know, I need help with it. Can you help me out? Can we do like a fundraiser or something to raise funds so I can pay for this freaking lawyer so we can get something done or get something off the ground? Okay. So yeah, I don't even know what else to say. That's kind of where we are. So to recap, here's the recap. I'm not issuing copyright strikes against anyone. Those accusations are completely false. It's not happening. I proved my innocence about a month ago on my freaking birthday. I showed everyone it's not me doing it. But my trolls are so stupid that they don't believe it because they believe insane conspiracies just like they have all along. So they're blaming me for the actions of some malicious third party who no one even knows who it really is. YouTube's copyright system is broken and is granting these strikes even though they're not legit. And I have no way to stop them because according to YouTube, I'm not involved in the process. It has to be the people getting stricken with the fake strikes that deal with it, and they need to seek a lawyer. That's what I'm being told. So because this is happening and I have no control over it, I'm now being hit with false copyright strikes for music I'm not using in my videos, and I had to delete a ridiculous amount of videos to stop my channel from getting a third strike and getting suspended. This sucks because this hurts the channel. I've lost the entire 10 months of work that I had with the Level 1 podcast, and it killed this channel in views and likes, and likely now all the statistics on this channel have tanked, and it's not going to show up in YouTube search. So all I'm going to be able to rely on is my hardcore viewers. That's it. No one else is going to find this channel for a while now because this is the same thing that happened to me in 2015, and it took like 2 years for people to even say, hey, look, your channel's in search again. Okay? This is shit, but there's nothing I can do about it because this is YouTube's legal system. All right? I've put in the counterclaims, or excuse me, the counter notices. Those are going through, and within 2 weeks, those should clear, and then this channel will be back to normal. But in the meantime, if any more false strikes hit this channel, it will be suspended, and there's nothing I can do about it. So we might have to go to my other YouTube channels, DSP Reacts or KO Gaming, and use those in the meantime. I've been told in writing by YouTube I'm legally allowed to do that. If that is a lie and that screws up, okay, then instead of that, we're going to have to go elsewhere, whether it means stream on Twitch temporarily or try one of these new third-party sites like Kick or Rumble or both, whatever it may be, all right? But in the meantime, I'm going to do my absolute best to get this channel cleared up. I'm going to keep trying to use this channel every day for work like usual. Nothing's going to change there unless I have to. And yes, I am going to seek some kind of legal representation at this point to figure out what is going on and how I'm supposed to protect myself, because this is absolutely ridiculous at this point. That just because I'm not rich, I'm going to be treated differently. That is not acceptable to me, and I'm pretty sure that's not legal. All right? So I'm going to see what happens, and again, hopefully, hopefully, this channel does not get suspended or shut down, and I could continue to just do normal content on it like I do every single day. All right? This is preposterous what is going on. All right? That's about it. That's about what I have to say, guys. Okay? So, it's that simple. It's not really simple, is it? It's pretty convoluted. It's pretty bullshit. But that's what I'm going through. All right? Now, right? I'd love to say, hey, guys, let's do the schedule. Let's do all this. Like, we don't know what's going to happen, right? Like, I would love to tell you guys right now, hey, here's my weekly schedule for the week. Let's do it, right? But who knows what's going to happen, right? I don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know if I'm going to get through this stream. I'm not even kidding you. Like, at this point, you get to the point where you're paranoid, where I'm sitting here and I'm like, gee, should I keep clicking refresh on my page to see if another bullshit strike hits the channel and shuts me down? You know what I mean? Like, should I keep doing this? Should I keep clicking and looking? It's stupid as hell. It's just dumb, and I'm honestly, it wears you down, man. You're so stressed out over this. For what, man? Right? Anyway, so we're gonna act normal. What else can I say, right? We're gonna try to act normal. What can you do? If you're a viewer and you like my content, what can you do? Honestly, the best way to approach this is just to act like everything is fine and just business as usual. That's all I can say. The best way to get through this is to be like, all right, yeah, is it upsetting? Of course it is. We don't want to see 15 years of work be deleted off of YouTube or suspended for any period of time, correct? But at the same time, what can we really do about it right now? Honestly, what can we honestly do? Not much. And so, it is what it is. Move forward positively, hope for the best, and just pretend like nothing's different, right? Please come enjoy my streams. Please come enjoy my on-demand videos. Please, if you can, support them like we always do. If it comes to the point where I am taking extra steps, and let's say, for example, I'm going to hire a lawyer to do work for me to handle this, I will let you know. And if I need financial help with that and we do a legal fund kind of a deal, I will let you know. Right now, we're not at that point yet, but I'm working towards it. All right? So, that's where we are. I don't want the attitude to change around here. I don't want people to think, oh, we have to rally and do this. There's nothing you can really do. Honestly, just enjoy. Enjoy the content while it's here. Enjoy the content and hope that it doesn't go away, because I don't want it to go away. It shouldn't go away. Honestly, legally, I'm in the clear here. I'm in the right. I've done nothing wrong at all. So let's just continue forward as much as we can and hope for the best. All right? And that being said, it's now time to do the schedule for the week. All right? Today, we're about to try the Street Fighter 6 demo on Xbox Series X. All right? I've downloaded it, and we're going to do character creation, and I'm going to take a while. All right? A while to create my character, because this is a character that's going to carry over to the final game in early June. So I want to make sure the character is what I want, you see? So we're going to take a bit to do it. It's not going to be, oh, Phil does it for 5 minutes and jumps into the game. We're going to take a while creating this character. And I'm going to do it interactively, and I know you guys are going to talk, and we're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time doing it. All right? And then, after that, we're going to jump into the game. For what I understand, there's about an hour of content in the demo. Not a lot, but about an hour. So we're going to enjoy that hour of content, whatever it may be. If there's extra time, all right, then after the fact, we will do some Q&A or relax or whatever we want to do. But that's the main stream today, is the Street Fighter 6 demo. All right. Then, tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it's the continuation of Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster. This has been a great playthrough so far. I'm having a ton of fun with it. Really, I am. It's a great game that I never did a playthrough of for YouTube before, so it's my first ever playthrough. I'm enjoying the job system. I'm enjoying the interactive portion where we're talking and you're helping me out with that. Okay? So I hope you'll join me for that tonight. Tomorrow, Friday, it's the premiere of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I have not yet bought or purchased the game. You know, if things were actually normal, I probably would have already. But honestly, everything's been screwed up these last couple of days for me. So I'm going to try to do that by the end of today. All right? So Star Wars Jedi Survivor all day tomorrow. First and second streams. Okay? So Saturday, it's React Day. So that means on Saturday, it's DSP versus the Internet, my React show over on DSP React, my sister channel. That's where I react to the clips that you guys have been submitting all week long. Any members of that channel, by the way. So thank you to any members who've done that. And I can't wait for that show. It's a fun weekly show we do. And then Saturday night, here on DSP Gaming, we're going to do another stream of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Okay? Sunday, it's a big special event over on DSP Reacts. All day long, we're going to be reacting to the Internet Historian YouTube channel. All right? And during that event, you're going to vote live on which videos of Internet Historian I'm going to be watching first. There's going to be voting of 4 or 5 different videos, including, let's see, The Fall of 76, The Engoodening of No Man's Sky, The Cost of Concordia, The Place Between Area 50 and Area 52, and what was the last one? There's one more, and I'm forgetting it. Oh, the Firefest video, okay? So, yeah, basically, those are the 5 videos you guys will be, voting on, okay? So, we'll see. It's going to be fun. Something different, a different kind of React event where I'm reacting to stuff that's not YouTuber drama. It's completely different kind of content, and I'm excited to do some reacting to that all day on Sunday. On Monday, we get back to normal gaming. Likely it's going to be more Star Wars Jedi Survivor on the first stream. And then the late stream is going to be more Oblivion Shivering Isles DLC. And then Tuesday's up in the air on Tuesday for variety. If you'd like me to go back to Elden Ring for a day, I'd be more than happy to do that. If not, we could do more Jedi Survivor. And then that night, again, we could either do Oblivion or we could do Final Fantasy V, whatever you guys see fit. And then the week after that, it's going to be more of a balance between new releases and stuff like that. Because then all the, special React content will have calmed it down. All right? Now, also, coming up in May, my special Street Fighter 6 Hype Event Marathon is coming. This is an idea we came up with the other day. At some point in May, I think we had said roughly it was going to be like the 21st. I'm not exactly sure because now I've forgotten the date again. But it's going to be one of those final weekends of May on a Sunday. Probably May 21st. I'm looking at it right now. All right? It's going to be a special all-day-long event where I'm going to be doing a variety of content. There's going to be special challenge runs in old-school Street Fighter. And you're going to pick the characters that I'm playing in those games. There's going to be tier maker rankings, where we're going to be doing fighting game themed tier makers. Perhaps we'll be rating fighting game franchises. Maybe we'll be rating Street Fighter games within Street Fighter franchise. Maybe we'll be rating characters in fighting games. I don't know. But we're going to do tier maker stuff that's all related to fighting games. My wife is going to actually make a few recipes out of the Street Fighter cookbook. All right? And she's going to be putting those recipes, making those recipes for that day. And I'm going to be eating those on the live stream and taste testing them for you guys. So Street Fighter food related to the different Street Fighters and their cultures and stuff. Okay, that's kind of neat, right? And other stuff too. It's going to be a great variety event, and that's coming up around May 21st. Don't set that in stone, but that's the rough time right now, the tentative time that we set for it coming up. Okay? And then, of course, in May, there's tons of different games coming out. There's Redfall. There's Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. I think there's a new Amnesia game. There's a ton coming out in May. So pretty much every week we're going to have new release content that I'm going to be playing. All right? So just so you guys know. So there you go. That's the schedule, the rough schedule. All right, everybody? I hope that sounds good. Again, this is all tentative, dependent on this channel working, dependent on my other YouTube channels working. All right? What I would like to do, once again, I'd like to clear up a couple of common misconceptions, questions that people have been asking. For example, some people are like, well, I heard that, like, LTG and Keemstar were banned on one YouTube channel, so then they went to another YouTube channel and made content, and then that channel got banned too. So how is it that you're saying that if DSP Gaming gets suspended and you go to another channel that you can make content there? From my understanding, that's because they had violated the YouTube terms of service. For example, Keemstar had been banned from YouTube for harassment and bullying. I don't know actually what LTG was doing. But apparently he also was a terms of service violation, and that's why he was removed. And it's different. If you're breaking community guidelines on YouTube, all right, YouTube sees that as, you've broken our rules, that's offensive. You're not allowed to make content on the site at all. If you're hit with copyright issues, like false strikes, as long as apparently you're in a dispute against those, like if you're doing the counter notices or whatever, supposedly you're supposed to be able to make content on other channels. Now, I don't know if it's true or not. I'm telling you what YouTube told me in that chat. But who knows? Maybe they don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know what to say. That's what I've been told by YouTube. And again, people who I guess weren't listening earlier, they're saying things like, if you have copyright strikes against you, you can't stream and you can't upload. I'm telling you that's completely false. That's not true. The truth is that if you get copyright strikes, you can still make content. I think what happens is if you receive a copyright strike against a particular stream, they will shut down that stream, okay? And then you have to start a new stream or whatever. And maybe if you get hit with a real strike against a stream, then maybe you lose your ability to stream. I don't know. I'm just telling you. I thought that you would lose the ability to upload and stream. I thought that if you got strikes, but then last year during the summer, I told you I had those false strikes from a troll, and I was still able to keep making content. And I was like, well, I guess they've changed it, or it never was. It could have been it's just an urban legend, right? It could just be that it never really was that. I don't know. I really have no clue. But I'm telling you, I'm here right now streaming. I'm here right now uploading, and there's 2 strikes against this channel that are in, the counter notification status. So, whatever, I guess. I don't know what else to say. That's the evidence right there, right? Anyway, that's that. Now, what else are we going to do on today's podcast? Yesterday was my day off, all right? Let me tell you guys something. I am so happy yesterday was my day off. Really. I needed the day. Because with all this shit going on, with all this shit going on, I needed to be away from all the drama and stress of the internet. And I'm glad that I was able to step away and have a day separate from all of it and just relax with my wife. Not to say that it was a relaxing day. It was a very hectic day for us. We had a million things that we had to do yesterday. And so we were out and about for most of the day. But what I can tell you is I was with my wife pretty much the entire day. And we had a good time together, which is really what it's all about. It's not really about what you're doing, it's who you're with. And it was a really meaningful day. I don't really have much to say about the day, because some of the stuff was private stuff that you don't need to know about. But what I can tell you is that we had a nice meal out. We went to a ramen restaurant. And we got an order of takoyaki, which are fried dumplings with octopus inside. And they're actually covered in a sauce, and they're sprinkled with some of that flaky salmon. You ever seen those salmon flakes? I forget what it's called. There's a word for it. So we had some of that, and then we had ramen. I had a ramen that actually had yuzu grapefruit. Yuzu is a Japanese grapefruit. So I had one that had a yuzu flavoring in it, and my wife had one that was more a savory, spicy broth. And it has noodles, it has various veggies, I think it's bamboo shoot they cut up and cook, and it's like in there. And a soft-boiled egg that was marinated in soy sauce. Oh, it was so good. I absolutely love real, authentic Japanese ramen. And that's what we got. So it's a good restaurant that does it around here. So we had a good dinner out for the first time in ages. We haven't had a dinner out in a long time. And it was nice to not be sitting at home ordering DoorDash, but instead being able to go out and having a nice day with my wife. It was very much appreciated. But outside of that, not much else really to speak of. It was a very busy day. We were out most of the day. But what I can do this is I can tell you these things affect stuff. They absolutely do. So we had plans of something. We've been planning to do something for a long time. And now, as a result of these false strikes hitting the channel and the fact that this channel could get shut down. Here's the real concern with this channel getting shut down, all right? I have 15 years of content. Well, I take that back. I have 13 years of content. This channel was made in 2010 on this channel. And even though I make the majority of my content today, and this is what makes me money, correct? My live streams, your support on the live streams, this is primarily where all my income comes from. It's memberships, super chats, super stickers, tips. This is where my most of my income comes from. But there's still money that I make on the back end on ad revenue, on the absolutely tremendous body of work that I have put onto this channel in the last 13 years. There are residual ad revenue that I get from people watching my videos, okay? If this channel gets suspended, then sadly, I lose that. You understand? Like, could I keep streaming on another channel? Could I keep streaming? Could I go to Twitch? Could I go to Kick? Yeah, I could. And yes, those streams, obviously, I'll still be making some money on, and that's good. Obviously, I'll still be able to have some income. But I'm not going to get any credit or any additional views or ad revenue on any of the content on this channel while it's suspended. And that could hurt me very dramatically, because that's background stuff that I earn every month, that I've earned with the big body of work that I've put out, and it could just be gone in an instant if this channel is not visible anymore. And that's not fair, right? So that's really the major concern with the whole suspension deal, is that I lose my income. A big chunk of it will be going away, okay? Oh, excuse me. And the thing is, again, I keep telling you guys this, like, I'm so appreciative of how much you guys support me and my content. I really am. I hope you understand that. I don't want to sit here and be asking you guys, oh, by the way, so now because DSP Gaming is suspended, please support me even more. No, I don't want to do that. You guys are supporting me so tremendously much as it is to allow me to do what I love for a living. I feel like you can't get blood from a stone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are already supporting me so much. For me to sit here and make it about, oh, I need your support. Why? Why is it you? It's not you. That's the problem. You guys have been so amazingly positive and supportive in my life. It's not fair to ask for more. You know what I'm saying? It's just not fair to ask for more. What's fair is that YouTube abides by the law. What's fair is that people don't commit crimes against me. That would be fair. But that's the concern, because I know that's what some people are wondering. Well, if you can just go somewhere else, then what's the big deal? That's the big deal. So anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is, like, we had plans that we were going to do something yesterday, or at least get something going that we've been planning on do for months. But it costs something to do, and we can do it. And now we don't know when we can. Again, it's like our life is on hold again. For what? What did I do at all that would cause our lives now to be affected and my life's on hold? Right? It's bullshit. No, not the zoo, Cracker Jacks. The zoo is nothing. We're talking, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I can't go to the zoo. No, it has nothing to do with the zoo. I'm telling you, it's bullshit. This is stuff that, stuff that no one needs to know about, private stuff. And now my life is supposed to be in fucking suspension mode because someone committed crimes against me. It's like bullshit. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of our lives being affected so negatively when we didn't do anything, It's just not fair, and I'm tired of it. So, it sucks, because, I would have loved to tell you good stuff. If nothing had happened this week, I probably would have had a nice story to tell you this week. I have nothing to tell you, because it was us running around doing busy work shit all day and basically not doing what we wanted to do. It's bullshit. So, it is what it is, all right? All right. Anyway, that was our day off. It was essentially running around all day, but at least we got to spend time together, and we did have a good ramen dinner. Okay? Good. Now, what else? I'm just trying to think. Like, what else do I want to talk about before we get to shout-outs? Because we have some shout-outs to do here today, and thanks to anyone who supported this stream, as usual. Again, best way to handle this, everything's just business as usual. Understand? Don't let it affect us in a negative way. Just keep moving forward positively. Never give up. I'm not going to. I know that sounds cheesy, because it does sound cheesy. But again, when every time that someone tries to do horrible things to me, it just makes me more motivated to keep going and understand I'm not giving up. I'm not throwing in the towel. I'm not going to stop doing what I love and what you guys tell me has meaning. Because people, for some reason, won't stop breaking the law to try to stop it. I'm not going to let them win. And I'm not going to let this channel go away. It's going to come back no matter what happens. It will still be here eventually. All right? Okay. We have one game news story. Apparently, there's a regulatory body in the UK that has blocked the Microsoft and Activision purchase, citing cloud gaming concerns. But the weirdest part is it doesn't even make sense. Like, if experts are like reading it, and they're like, no, it really doesn't make sense. I don't think they know what they're talking about. So Microsoft is going to appeal the decision. But once again, the whole Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard thing is now on hold again. And it's not saying that it's not going to go through, but this is now probably going to cause significant delays in the process again. And now everyone's upset, right? And they have a right to be upset. What is it with all these regulatory bodies not understanding how it works? If there was like a legit reason that made sense, but, oh, it's a monopoly. Actually, no, it's not. Sony's a bigger company than fucking Microsoft in the gaming space, so how could you possibly say this would be a monopoly, right? Oh, by the way, Microsoft is already saying they're offering big games like Call of Duty to be cross-platform anyway, so there's no way you could even qualify it as a monopoly. So now they're saying, what do they call it? Cloud gaming could be affected. What the fuck are you talking about? Cloud gaming? Did you not see that Google Stadia just failed? Who the fuck is cloud gaming? What? How is this a concern for any person with a brain? Like, is it, what the fuck is going on? It's like I'm a regulatory body, but I know less about the thing I regulate than anyone else on the planet. Like, what? Cloud gaming. I think they may think, hold on a second here. I think they might think this is cloud gaming. That you scream at the sky and video games are played somewhere. Like, how do you even understand what this is? What? Anyway. Anyway, that's really the story. There's really nothing else to say. Everyone's like face palming and like, are you kidding me? How could you literally shut down the purchase as a regulatory body when your reasoning doesn't even make sense? So now, of course, again, there's going to be a big appeals process. It's going to take forever. All right, guys. Let's get the shout-outs. And this is going to be long. I told you this podcast is going to go long. Just expect it to. It's fine because the demo is quite short, so it's not a huge problem. Okay. Let's start on the YouTube side of things. We have Fire7672 who re-upped their membership for 16 months. Says, Honda slammed them all, Phil. Ha ha ha. I wish. If only it was that simple. If only I could put on an adult diaper like Honda wears and walk in and just start Honda slamming everything around me, and that would solve life's problems. If that was that simple, I probably would do that. Quite frankly. But it's just, sadly, it's just not that simple. Adult diapers just don't solve many problems, besides incontinence. Luckily, that's not a problem for me yet. Maybe someday. People are freaking out because I guess we hit 100 likes. We did, and they want to see a celebratory bubble blow. They're very upset with me that I have not done the celebratory bubble blow. Well, I was a little busy, but I guess now. By the way, these bubbles are almost out. Luckily, I have many more. I just have to find them. I think they're in my closet downstairs. So let's do a celebratory bubble blow. Put my phone away so it doesn't get covered in it. Ah! Oh, my eye! Right in my eye. Just my luck. Alright, let's continue. Dragon Ball Raging Boner did a super chat and says, you shout on Twitch so much, now you're going to go back to it, laughing out loud. As I said, if I do go back to Twitch, it's just a temporary thing. It's not that I'm any intention of staying there. Their quality of stream is terrible. 6,500 kilobits is so inferior for what you would need to do in the modern day for gameplay streaming. And the fact that they have not improved shows that they don't care. They do not care about what anyone is streaming on their platform. All they care about is the bucks that roll in while they do it. So it would be a very temporary thing until I got myself possibly set up on another platform. Like people are saying to try out Kick or whatever it is. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay? Clyde Fan did a super chat saying, sorry you had to delete all that content. Well, thank you. Yeah, that's 10 months of work. 10 months of podcast that people should have been able to watch at their own leisure, at their own pace, over time, and enjoy. There should have been residual income from that, and it's all gone. And now those views are gone, those likes are gone, it's all gone. That's bullshit. You know? So, let's hope for the best, but, you know, it is what it is. Sepaternal did a super chat. His opinion on Wings Boogie fight. Wings Boogie. Just listen to this. Opinion on Wings Boogie fight being rigged. Wings Boogie fight. That's what you're calling it? Wings Boogie fight? It's not like Wings of Redemption versus Boogie exposition boxing match. It's called Wings Boogie fight. So, my opinion is I don't care. I have nothing to do with it. I don't give a shit. Snow Carl, re-up their membership for 11 months, and I hope you defeat the boss. I hope you defeat. I don't know why I said boss. You defeat the boss. Hope you defeat the trolls. Thank you. Monk, re-up their membership for 9 months. Just keep going, Phil. How is your family? Well, I mean, how do you think? Let's be honest here. What do you think? Stressed out, right? We're tired of this. We are tired of our lives being put on hold and having things negatively affecting us that we didn't do. Again, it's not like this is someone, you know, actually saying you've done something horribly wrong and now it's time to get punished for it. This is a blatantly false accusation. There's 2 seconds of research show you that the whole thing's false. The song in question isn't being used in my video. The company supposedly claiming the song isn't the company that owns the rights to it. So, how on earth can you say that this is a legit claim? It's just not fair. And we had plans. We had things that we had been planning on doing for a while. And yesterday was the day to do them. And now we can't do them because of this going on. It's bullshit. All right? I've had enough. So there's your answer. Shell Ryukin did a super chat. He says, been a fan since the Street Fighter 4 days. Keep up your good work. Don't let negativity get to you. Akuma Baby. So correct. Akuma Baby. Thank you, Shell Ryukin. You're the latest super chatter, so I'm going to put you on the leaderboard. Skylar Dark, who apparently has re-upped their membership, but I don't think so. I think that was just the... They had gotten a gifted one recently, and they clicked the thing to do it, because there's literally no new members today, so none of these have actually been new memberships today. Any chance you could show the strike? Why? What's the point? No one believes anything I say or do anyway. I showed you my cue to show you guys that I'm not striking anyone down, and everyone says it's bullshit, it's fake, it's not enough evidence. You know what I'm saying? There's literally no point in showing anyone anything ever, because no matter what, I'm somehow in the wrong and I'm a liar. I fabricated this. I'm some kind of a crazy wizard who can make fake screens up and can do all... You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just no point in doing any of it. I can tell you, and the thing is, my viewers, who are the people I care about, my actual fans and viewers will believe me. I'm not looking to justify myself to anyone but my fans and viewers who trust me. I don't care about anybody else. I'm not going to win over any other common opinion because everyone else is so... dumb, I hate to say it, with their heads up their own asses about online drama and controversy and conspiracy and bullshit that they're so too far gone. You know, they just are. They're too far fucking gone to see reason. I learned my lesson about that back in March. All right? So I'm done trying to convince anyone on this internet of anything that I say or do. I'll tell you what's the truth. You believe it if you don't, and if you don't, too bad. Not a big deal. Oh well. Moving on. You're not my concern. I'm not here to win over some giant crowd. If I showed you right now, there's no reason I can't show you the copyright claims. There's literally no reason to not, except that it doesn't matter. It won't affect anything. My viewers already believe me, and other people don't, so it does nothing. Effectively, it's just do more work for nothing, right? Why? Okay. By the way, I got a frog in my throat. That is something I did buy, the air filters for my home, and I am going to install them today. And likely tonight, I'm installing the air conditioners. Because right now, I can tell you, it's hot in here. Like, the sun is beating outside. And tomorrow, it's supposed to get up to something like 80-some degrees here where I live. It's going to be a scorcher tomorrow for this time of year. And when it's 80-something degrees outside, that means it's almost 100 degrees in my office. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to need the air conditioner on. So tonight, likely between my streams or after my late stream, I'm going to install. It's going to be a pain because my blinds don't work anymore. So I actually can't, I can't lift them up to install the air conditioner. So what I have to do is somehow put the blinds behind my back, stand there with the ductwork and tape it and get it all in. You know, with the blinds on my back, and then fuck with the blinds after. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. It's gonna be a major pain in my ass to get this to work this way. But here we go again. You know, how am I gonna? Do you really think I have money now to go buy new blinds with all this going on? At any moment, my channel could get suspended, and then my money is in limbo. All this residual money that I should be making on ad revenue and things could go away. I can't go spend money on blinds right now. You know. So, no, Dave. He says, can't you take them down, put them back up? No, they're all in there. They're screwed in and everything, and they're already broken. So now, can you believe what would happen if I tried to disassemble and reassemble that shit? That shit would be destroyed. All the gear, there's like a gear inside that when you pull it up and down, it doesn't even spin. It's busted, completely busted. It's like fraying the fucking wire and shit. I'm like, Jesus, that thing really, it's a piece of junk. Really what I need are blackout curtains. I need to get blackout curtains for this window. But, again, something else I can't spend money on right now. So anyway, yeah, later tonight I'll be installing the air conditioners, it looks like, in the home, because this weekend's going to be hot here. Returnal to the Super Chat says, have you had enough? I've always had enough. I've had enough of this bullshit. I'm tired of it. You know? It's like every once in a while you could put up with some bullshit, but when it becomes a constant, that's when it's just enough. When do I get to have a life? Really? When do I get to have a life where I can do normal stuff and have it? You know what I mean? It's hilarious because people say shit like, hey, Phil, are you ever going to have kids? How the fuck could I ever have children? How could I bring another human onto this life that relies on me for support, for protection, financial support, you know, everything, love and affection, and then at any moment, these fucked up things can happen and take everything away that I have. It's like, how could I even, you know what I mean? How could I have a kid? I would never even be given that ability. You understand? It would be incredibly irresponsible. But this is the kind of things people don't want to talk about, right? Oh, no, it's fine. Just troll Phil. You know, he's not entitled to a life, I guess, to a normal life. Right. All right. Tips. Thinking of anyone who's tipped this morning. Let's take a quick look here. Someone tipped $1 and says, maybe make a brand new YouTube channel. I mean, it wouldn't do anything. I understand what you're saying. Like, they're saying, maybe make a brand new YouTube channel and start over. But the thing is, it wouldn't do anything. Like, the thing is, with the amount of people, right, on the internet who stalk me, who crap on me, like, I'll give you an example. I did that with KO Gaming. In 2016, my intention, absolutely, was that I was going to do something different from everything that I'd done up to that point. That I wanted to be recognized as a different attitude. That was supposed to be the channel where I edit content, right? The channel where it's going to be different. And the trolls found me within, you know, a day and crapped all over the channel. And of course, you know, shitty comments, down votes, all of that. They will never give up. there's no point in creating a new channel when the negativity is just going to spill over to it anyway. All right, I got another tip here. Did you get the screenshots I emailed to you? You have to understand that in the last 48 hours, I probably received a couple hundred emails. You know, some of which were supportive, some of which were not, some of which were helpful, some of which were not. Lots of which probably hit my spam filter. I don't know. I couldn't tell you if I got your email with screenshots because I don't even know what you're talking about. I received a $10 tip from Luna. Sorry. Can you ask the 8-ball? What? No, I'm not going to read what you're saying because I don't even know what this is. I don't know what it means. What is... Anyone knows what FGO is? I don't want to say something that I don't know, I don't understand it, and then get in trouble. What is FGO? Does anyone know what that stands for? People are laughing, so it must be something stupid or bad. Fate Grand Order? What is Fate Grand Order? It's a game. Is it? It's a fine just to read it. Fate Grand Order? I don't know what it is. A detractor meme? I don't think it's a detractor meme. It says it's a mobile game. $2015. It's old. It's really old. Huh. Whatever. Anyway, I guess this person tipped $10 and says, can you ask the 8-ball, will they get a good pull for a certain character? I guess the character's name is Astolfo. I don't know who the hell that is. Will they get this character if they do a pull for the character in the mobile game? Here you go. Let's find out if they will get this particular character. Outlook not so good. So there you go. Your Outlook, Luna, is not good. I'm sorry, Luna. It sounds like you're not getting the character you wanted. But don't worry. Like most of these mobile games, you'll probably get 4,000 worthless items, resources you don't need. Or you'll get the same character you already have about 17, 18, 19 times. That's usually how it works, right? You only get what you don't need. You know they say that song? You can't always get what you want, but you get what you need. Not so when you're playing those kind of games. All right. We got, let's see here, another tip. This dollar tipper says, you say you don't have aspirations to be a successful YouTuber. I didn't say that. I said I don't have aspirations to be a large YouTuber or a viral YouTuber. Someone who blows up in popularity. Wouldn't it help you and your family if you generated as much money as possible? Yes. Sometimes your family's well-being is above your pride. Comment on this. Yeah, it's not a matter of pride. See, this is the thing. This is where people get a lot of things wrong. Okay? I'll give you an example. All right? I will. I'll give you an example. In the United States, there's a business. The business is called Walmart. All right? It is a ginormous chain business. Okay? And this business is incredibly cheap to shop at because they have some of the best deals with suppliers, but they also get a lot of low-grade products. But essentially, if you go to Walmart and you shop for your house or you shop grocery shopping or whatever, likely you will spend less money at Walmart than you will at any other store in your local area. Okay? It's just kind of proven. They have the best prices. The problem with Walmart is that they destroy local business. Because their prices are cheaper, all the other businesses in the area end up getting negatively affected. In a lot of cases, they just go out of business because they can't compete. In addition, the grade of products at Walmart is lower than what you can usually get at a local store. So even though it's cheaper, you're getting lower grade stuff, unhealthier foods, lower quality products that break right away. So you pay less, but you get less, you see? In addition to all of that, Walmart is infamously one of the worst companies in America when it comes to treating their employees with any kind of dignity or respect. It's been proven time and time again. They won't pay them enough. They won't give them the hours they need to have a living wage. They just basically mistreat their employees. Okay? This has been documented. The reason Walmart gets away with it is because they're such a big company. They're so big, they're almost immune to any kind of repercussions for wrongdoing. So because of that, they get away with all this stuff. Okay? And so many people say, we don't like Walmart, we don't agree with Walmart, and then they go shop at Walmart. All right? I'm the kind of guy that doesn't shop at Walmart. I haven't. I think in the entirety of my life, I maybe have bought something at Walmart twice. Once I actively went in there and did buy something, normally, many years ago. That was probably, no exaggeration, 20 years ago. And then the other time was when I bought a couple of joysticks during the era of Street Fighter 4. They were selling these joysticks you could buy online, and you could have them shipped to the Walmart store. And then I got them, and they were joysticks that I modded with my friends. Okay? The only reason I bought them at Walmart is the only place they were available. We couldn't find them anywhere else. They were sold out everywhere else. Okay? And it just so happens the 2 times I went to Walmart, I had a horrible time. It was just horrible. The place is a mess. No employees that are there to really help you. Why? Because they don't hire enough people, nor do they pay them well. So I don't blame the employees. I blame the business. People acting like fools. When I went there to get the joysticks, all right, we go to the area, the desk where you're supposed to get online pickup. There's nobody there. So I'm there. There's no one there. I have to go to the other parts of the store and grab an employee and say, does anyone work over here? You know, I need to get something online pickup. It took about 20 minutes to get someone there, and it wasn't the person who was supposed to work there. She's like, I have no clue who the person who's supposed to work there is, but I'm going to try to help you. It took her about an hour to go to the back and find the joysticks that were there, but no one even understood the process. So finally, I got my joysticks after waiting about an hour and a half. It should have been something that should have been 2 minutes. That's Walmart in a nutshell, okay? So the point I'm making here is, are there means by which I could get ahead? Yes, absolutely. There's many means by which I could get ahead. I could try to monetize so many different things. I could try to monetize the toxicity, the hatred, and the negativity that's tossed toward me. I could try to make my trolls into a dollar sign. I could do that. But it would mean changing my content. It would mean that instead of being someone who I feel makes meaningful content that's positive for the internet and for the world, instead I'm making shit. I'm making handfuls of shit that I'm throwing all over the internet and just making it a worse place to be for the fact that I can make some money. In addition, there have been many opportunities over the years that I've been offered sponsorship opportunities. Usually these days I get offered them by indie games, mobile games, that kind of stuff. They want you to play their game on your stream and do a paid advertisement segment to advertise their game, and they pay you a set amount for it, all right? And I refuse to do it. Why? Because as you know, I'm someone who prides himself on being able to be believed when it comes to what I say about games. When I play a video game, all right, you know that what I'm telling you is my honest opinion. Because I don't have to be beholden to anyone. No one is paying me to say this or say that about it, right? So you know it's honesty. I have no incentive to say something's good because I don't benefit by saying something's good. No one's going to pay me and give me a kickback for saying it was good. I have no incentive to say something's bad because I'm not going to get viral popularity on YouTube for crapping on a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, either way doesn't benefit. So you know when I'm saying something, it is my truthful opinion about it. See? So that's one of the major reasons why I still have a positive viewer base that comes by, right? The only way that really I could get ahead in the modern day right now would be absolutely positively to sell out. You know what I would have to do? I would have to take that 50 grand from Keemstar, all right? Be on a fucking dumbass lolcow podcast where essentially the show is going to be probably us just making fun of ourselves and each other, embracing troll memes and troll culture, being toxic all over the fucking internet, right? And essentially ignoring the 15 years of great work that I feel I've done on this internet and throwing it all away. Taking a big trash can here. Going just like this. Taking my trash can and say, here we go. 15 years of my life that I worked towards good things. Take that and fucking throw it out. All of the good faith in my viewer base. The people who supported me from day one. To say, Phil, we love what you do. We love the content you put out. Please keep it up. Take those people and fucking throw them right away. Right in there. I don't care about you. All I care about is immediate success. Immediate short-term payoff. You know what I'm saying? That's literally like take this can and just take everything I am and everything that I've been and just fucking trash it. Then I could probably get some benefit. But it's just going to be fleeting success. That kind of success isn't long-term. There's no one who makes an entire living on the internet being a lolcow. You know what I'm saying? There's no one. The only way you can get ahead in that market is to be a toxic jerk who hurts others. Like a few people we know. Right? And I refuse to do that. I'm sorry, that I'm just better than that. I am. I'm just better than that. I'm better than someone who will only get over by hurting others around them. I'm not going to be that person. I refuse. So, you're right. There's tons of opportunities that I could take that would make me and my family money. But it would basically destroy everything I've created, destroy any kind of good faith and relationship I have with a viewer base that I've built for 15 years, change who I am as a person, and it will go down a road of immorality that I don't want to go down. It's ethics, man. It's not about pride. It's about ethics. It's about what you stand for, okay? I don't shop at Walmart because I know if I do, I'm hurting people. Legitimately hurting people by spending money at Walmart. So I'm not going to do it, all right? And there's some people who are like that, and there's some people who aren't. And I'm not. I'm not going to be a part of that toxic circus that is YouTube. I refuse, all right? I hope you understand that, okay? Let's continue. All right. More tips are coming in. I received a $10 tip from Tarantula. Tarantula MS says, hey, Phil, how's it going, Tarantula? I hope you're doing well. I welcome you to the stream, and I thank you for a $10 tip of support. Thank you so much, Tarantula. Okay. I received, hold on, a $1 tip from Snow Carl. How can people believe you copyright struck all those videos? You showed your claim history on DSP Reacts and DSPGaming. What's the explanation? There is no explanation. I've heard, here's the thing, there's no logic. Okay, let me try that again. There's no logical explanation. Okay? There's no logical explanation for it at all. Because essentially what we've proven is that there is a loophole, there is a big problem with YouTube's copyright system where someone can impersonate anyone, a company, a person, whatever, with very basic info. And there's absolutely nothing whatsoever to prove that anyone really truly submitted that claim. And these people know that. The trolls know that. Because I've been hit with false claims too, and they've done it to me. Over the years, I've been hit with such said false claims. So they know that a system, that abusable system is there. You know what I'm saying? But they want to blame me because they feel like they get overdoing it. If there was no personal benefit to them, right? Then they wouldn't blame it on me. They feel like blaming it on me just creates more drama and more of a circus, which is what they want. They want this drama circus on YouTube. And so they will keep continuing their slander and their defamation as long as they can because it gets them over. It gives them more content. It gives them more things to talk about, you see? If they didn't get anything out of it, they wouldn't do it. So even though there's literally no way you can say, hey, there's evidence Phil did it, there can't be. Here's what I've heard. Oh, Phil did it on other channels. What does that even mean? I did it on other channels. Like what? Like I used KO Gaming to issue a strike for DSPGaming? How the fuck did I do that? It's a different channel. It wouldn't even be in the queue to issue a strike. Like, what are you speaking of? What does that even make? Doesn't even make sense what you're saying, right? How does that make? Oh, the evidence is there. He just won't show it because it's on another channel. How would it be there? Right? What does that even mean? Or here's the other one I hear all the time. Phil is secretly in cahoots with whoever is doing it. How would I be in cahoots? Like, what? Here's the thing. If there's let's agree. Can we collectively agree something? It's a third party doing it. It's not me. All right? Let's collectively at least agree on that. It's not me doing it. Okay? So it's a third party doing it. How am I in cahoots with the third party? You know what I'm saying? Like, and how do you think that would benefit me? It doesn't even make sense. What people are saying doesn't make sense. If people are getting false strikes against their YouTube channels and their channels are getting shut down, that's going to get them angry against me, right? So why would I want more people to be angry with me? Have I not made it clear, especially this year, have I not made it clear in 2023, all I want to do is be left alone. That's it. I just want to be left alone on my channel to make content for my viewers. It's curated content for a small group of people who like me and my content. That's all I care about. Hey, if a few people joined along the way, newcomers, great. But again, I have no aspirations to really grow huge or anything. I just want to make content for those who like it. I don't want to have involvement with anyone outside of this very small group. So why on earth would I tell people, go start striking down other channels illegally, by the way? Because as I've outright told you guys, I know even though that content could be considered defamatory or slanderous, and that's a whole other issue legally, but even though that content could be negative towards me, it's not a copyright issue. This is transformative works. Anyone who is restreaming and adding commentary, anyone who is using my content and chopping it up and editing it to make funny content or even insulting content, it's still a transformative work. There's nothing wrong with that content copyright side on YouTube. There very well could be legal issues when it comes to things like slander or defamation. That's a whole other ball game that we've never even discussed or tackled, all right? We don't even talk about that because there's really not even a process on YouTube for that kind of shit, to my knowledge. That's get a lawyer involved, as YouTube likes to say, right? But outside of that, I really don't see how anyone could think that it would be, why would I be in cahoots with someone and somehow condone them to break the law in my name? That could be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Why would I do that? It doesn't make any sense at all. Like, what are you talking about? Right? Like, but again, there's no logic to what these people say. They're not looking for logical answers or factual answers. They're looking for, how do we propagate the drama further? Because these are people who are addicted to internet drama. So as long as they, oh, it must be Phil. But Phil showed you it's not him. Phil showed you the conversation he had with YouTube chat to try to get it fixed, and they refused. Why would Phil have done any of this if he wasn't innocent? But don't care. It's Phil. That's it. They don't care. They don't want to hear anything logical. They just want to keep the nonsense rolling for their own personal jollies and benefits. So there's nothing I can really do to convince people who are dumb. It's kind of like the same people who just believe in these insane conspiracy theories, right? The voting, fucking Biden didn't win. The voting machines were rigged. Even though there's zero evidence that that ever happened, right? It's the same kind of insane nonsense, right? All right, let's continue. I got a $7 tip from Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix. I'm hyped to watch you rage a Street Fighter. I'm not going to lie. Speaking of fighting, what's your preferred style? If you had to choose between boxing or MMA, Rumble is more prominent with right-wing political commentators, but I heard Kick has a 5% cut rate. You get a lot of funds you can make. It's a really better alternative, in my opinion, to Twitch. Well, like I said, if I were to have to leave YouTube, which again, I don't want to do. I want to stay here. I really do. I've built a community here for 15 years. This is where I want to stay. If I have to temporarily leave YouTube and go somewhere, it would only be a temporary move to Twitch for the short term. And then I probably would try something out like Rumble. I would. Not Rumble, excuse me. Kick. I don't know anything about it, but a lot of people seem to be of the impression it's something at least worth trying. I would give it a shot. I just hope it doesn't come to that. I would much rather be here. Okay. Okay. I received a $20 tip. He says, regarding Walmart getting away with everything, they set up shop here in Germany in the early 2000s. They tried to put the same stunts they pulled in the U.S. Our lawmakers told them to get with the program or get the fuck out, so they got the fuck out. And there you go. And so, I mean, I hate to say it, it's all about politics. It's all about people benefiting here in the United States. A lot of our people in charge, they kowtow to things like lobbying. It's absolutely true that our government is run by a bunch of rich people who have things in place to stay rich. And one of the things they do is they give into these lobbyists that come from these big companies, and they say, it's in our interest if you make this law. Or if you forget all about this law that you're trying to make, or if you change this law around to help us in this way or that way. And it's pretty corrupt. And we really, there's been efforts to try to reform the system. If I remember, it was actually John McCain who for a long time was heavily involved with a new system that would completely outlaw or at least regulate lobbying so that these corporations couldn't just come here and get whatever they want from our government. But it never really seems to get anywhere. I mean, think of it this way. If the people in charge make the rules, correct? And the rules benefit them so that they stay rich and stay in charge, why would they change those rules? Right? What would you think any incentive they would ever have to do the right thing? So there you have it. Thank you for the $20 tip. That was a very generous tip, and we got Gunner glasses based off of it, so thank you for that. I received a $1 tip. Yes, it was John McCain for a while. People are saying it's Bernie Sanders now. Then I believe you, okay? Snow Carl says, do you classify Keem as a lol cow? I have no idea. I would say no. He's different. I mean, he has a lot of haters, and it's for various different reasons, right? But I don't know if he would be considered a lol cow. I don't know. That's for you guys to answer, not me. I don't care about lol cow culture, nor do I follow it. So I don't know, and nor do I don't give a shit. Okay? Another $1 tip from Luna. It says, damn, I can't get my boy Astolfo. Sorry for causing confusion. I don't want to sound like a detractor. Street Fighter demo hype. Well, thank you, Luna, for another tip. Another $1 tip. I didn't think you were a detractor, but, you know, I got to be careful about the stuff I say on my streams. Some people do sadly try to fool me into saying stuff that could be considered offensive and stuff, so I got to be a little bit more careful than most people, right? Especially with everything going on right now. I received a $5 tip from Big Papa Pump. He says, can you sue Superhound for strikes against you? They're clearly fake, and he keeps coming back. Superhound? Like, how did this guy even come into the discussion? How would you even know that it was him? Like, what are you talking about? This is really one of the major problems with YouTube's system. If someone's lying and giving you a fake copyright strike, you don't know actually where it's coming from, right? You don't, like, so I don't think it's him. I don't know, it could be, but there's no evidence in any direction that anyone is the person doing this stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's probably one of the major problems with it, is that there's no evidence of anything. And anyone who even claims credit, how do you even know that it's the same person at this point? You don't. That's the problem with the system. There absolutely should be 1,000,000% vetting of these claims, and there's not. YouTube is of the impression that unless you're a giant YouTuber, right, that has, like I said, that has this system in place that shouldn't be in place. They shouldn't be just because you're big or rich that you're protected and everyone else is screwed. But that's the system they have. Essentially, it's an elitist system that should not be legal, but apparently that's what they have. Basically, you get slapped with stuff, and there's no way to tell where it really came from. You know what I mean? Like some people are like, well, why don't you sue? Why don't you sue who? The only people who could possibly be involved in any kind of legal action would be YouTube, because they are the ones who have the system in place that's falsely taking down content. You understand? Now, is it their fault that someone's abusing it? No. But at the same time, the fact that they don't vet their claims is ridiculous. So, that's the only one. How would you sue someone who's anonymous or fake information, right? You can't. Right? Just think of how ludicrous this could be. If someone tried to sue me for the false claims, the first thing that the lawsuit would have to do, the lawyer would say, well, we have to legally prove that this person did these claims in order to sue them. How do you do that? Go to YouTube. And now YouTube would have to say, well, here's our proof. What's the proof? Well, they used Phil's name, address, and phone number. But that's public. It's on the internet right now. So what actual proof do you have that Phil issued these claims? None. Therefore, any legal action taken can only be used against YouTube. That's it. There's no vetting of any information. And with no evidence, no one could ever actually be sued. That's the problem. Okay. I received a $5 tip. I told you this podcast was going to go long. This person's name is I Like to Stub My Toe. All right? And he said the following. Hold on. They said the following. Uh-oh. The page is lagging. There we go. So I Like to Stub My Toe says, this is so stupid. Why would anyone strike your channel? Then they won't have any content to make fun of if the channel shuts down. I hope that YouTube fixes their shit. I mean, that's what I've been saying. I think that's what it is. All right. In reality, could it be one of my detractors or trolls? Yes. It absolutely could be. It could be just illogical. I've seen people illogically saying stuff like, well, since Phil's hitting us with false strikes, just hit him back. It's like, but there's no logic behind what you're doing. First of all, there's no evidence it's me. It's not. But there's no evidence it's me. And by taking me down, now you have no content. Right? So how does it make any sense? I've seen some people literally say, like, scorched earth. Like, well, since we can't make content because our channel got destroyed, now we'll take down Phil too. But I didn't do it. And doing this isn't helping the situation. It's not getting anyone what they want, you see? My real guess here, it's one of two things. It either is a third party who literally gets their jollies from hurting people and seeing them flex. Like, they're feeling like, look at the flex, because I got over on all these troll channels, right? And no one can catch me because YouTube essentially is protecting me, right? That's really what it is. Like, this person's like under the impression YouTube will protect me no matter what because YouTube's system is broken. So I'm completely immune to any kind of repercussions for what I'm doing. And it gives them a feeling of empowerment to do this. Okay? That's what I would think could be someone like that, right? And they could just realize, look, it's working, so keep doing it. Right? That's what I would think. Now, maybe the other situation could be it really is a detractor, but they're doing it to other detractors on purpose to cause chaos. Maybe for some reason there's someone who's part of that community who became an outcast, who people like don't like anymore. Or maybe they tried hard to be a part of that community and then failed. Like, maybe they tried to do a channel, no one cared about it, and like, well, why should this guy get popularity on YouTube for making fun of Phil, but I can't? So then screw them, I'll take them all down, right? But that's the thing. This is literally all a waste of everyone's time because there's no evidence of anything because it's all done through a broken system that doesn't actually get any real information. It's this simple. The best way to solve the issue is to have YouTube fix their copyright system. That's the only way to actually foolproof stop the issue. YouTube should not just be willy-nilly issuing strikes left, right, up, and down without vetting them at all. The moment that a copyright strike comes in, okay, there should be a reach out and contact an individual step to vet that claim and see if it's real. If I'm getting a claim from a music company, YouTube should be reaching out to that company to confirm the claim is real before they strike. If they're going to strike things in my name, they should be reaching out to me, whether that means a phone call, an email. They should be doing something to me to confirm that it was really me striking something down before they strike down someone else's content. They don't do that. In their minds, we are legally in the clear. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. I don't think that any law would be like, yeah, it's fine to just completely shut down everyone's business, you know, with no vetting. That doesn't make any sense, right? Okay. More tips. That's why we're not ending the podcast. This is continuing. Super Snow Crawl HD Turbo Remix did another dollar tip. Says boxing or MMA? Neither. I don't really care. I don't care about combat sports like that. I never did. You know, I never really cared about boxing. In the 90s, UFC came out, and UFC was very different. There were no rules, so you'd have like sumo versus kickboxer. You know, amateur wrestler versus you know, judo. Oh, that's kind of interesting. And then it became more serious. I don't care anymore. I haven't really cared for a long time, so I don't really have a good answer. I got a $2 tip from Big Papa Pump. I remember he did it to you on Twitch. He threatened you on Twitter. I assume it was still him. How do you know? And again, I have no contact with anyone. I have no desire to have any contact with anyone. I've not been involved with any step of this process, right? At all. I don't know who did the claims against others. I don't know who's doing the claims against me. I'm playing absolutely, positively, no stake in any of this, nor do I care about it. I have no involvement. I want no involvement. I want to be left out of it because I'm not involved in it. And you know, why involve myself in something that I didn't do, right? All right, I got another $20 tip. Holy moly. This one is from 1 Minute Man. The podcast is going on so long that we actually got 1 Minute Man's tip during the podcast, which never happens. Right? That literally never happens. So now we're up to $86 in tips. By the way, guys, it is hot today. It's going to be hot today, tomorrow, but today I don't have the air conditioner in yet. There is no way that I could wear heavy stuff today. Forewarn you, don't be expecting me to wear heavy hats or a big-ass puffy heavy vest. I can't do that today. If we do hit those goals, it's hot in here already. I can already tell you it's about 80-something degrees in my office, and it's just going to get hotter over the afternoon, okay? So we got to wear lighter stuff today, if possible. So anyway, thank you very much, 1 Minute Man, for your support as usual. Continuing on. Let's see here. So Purple Pickle Yum Yum did a super chat and said one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. Obviously, he's trying to troll. Listen to this. If you're gonna get banned, should I not donate? What does that even mean? If you're supporting the channel and you're supporting the content and you like the content that I've put out for you, and you say, hey, here's something in response to that because I like the content, then why would you not support it just because there may be a suspension? By the way, it won't be a ban, it'll be a suspension. And I'll be back, like I told you. No matter what, I'll be coming back. It may be soon, it may be later, I'm coming back. But how does that even make any sense? At all. Right? Like, literally, that makes 0 sense, what you've just said. Right? Sarah Barclay, we have the membership for 2 months. Can we go back to talking about games? Well, we will. We're going to play a game today, I swear to you. Battle Duck re-upped his membership. Thank you, Battle Duck. And that's it. Okay. All right, guys. It looks to me like we have finally gotten through all the contributions for this morning's podcast. This podcast has run over 2 hours long. It's one of the longest ones I've ever done. I guess it's a good way to come back because I deleted most of my podcasts over the last year, so at least people have a nice lengthy one to watch. All right. I hope you enjoyed the show. However, it is time to end it. So I sincerely thank you all. Oh, Jade is saying, when is the Godzilla vs. Kong review? Jade, I'd love to tell you. I don't know. I would like to do it tonight, but now I'm so backed up. Like, I was supposed to do that review days ago, and I couldn't because I was doing all this copyright shit. Now, tonight, I have to put it on my air conditioners. So I don't know if I have time to really film this extra video tonight. I'd like to, but I can't guarantee it. It will be coming. It will be coming hopefully soon. Either today, tomorrow, one of these days, I'm going to pump out this review for you, I promise. I want to do the review of Godzilla vs. Kong, but I have other shit now coming up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I swear to you it'll be coming, all right? But I can't make promises. So, okay, guys, thank you for watching. Let's end the show. I appreciate you. I do. I swear. Thank you very much. And hold on. Look at that. Or is it this? See, now I'm like paranoid, even though I know that probably I'm not going to get into any trouble. I'm paranoid even in like using music. So I'm just going to say for now. By the way, I should say this too. Excuse me. Hold on. One final thing. Despite the fact that I can't use my old intro, a new one is being made. A new intro is in the works. I'm not going to use it immediately. All right? Because it doesn't make any sense to use it immediately. Because there's already 2 copyright strikes against the channel. I'm going to wait. But there will be a new intro added to the show once the strikes are removed. And at this point, I can't really use any music or anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's unsafe. But please be aware, things will hopefully get back to normal once these strikes are cleared up. So as of now, I will say, happy spring. Please pollinate. And I'll see you soon.